Okay, I believe we've got this time. I'm using the YouTube video recording, and Kay, it's nothing like it used to be. YouTube is. They didn't have this recording on here when I was doing it the last time. So, Kay Helen Vickery, November 14th, 1974. Your fiance is Bill, called Billy. June 11th, so he's a Gemini. And then we're going to talk about your oldest daughter, Emily, and she's September 9. Okay. When I did the video first that didn't have the sound to it, I found out a lot of answers. That took me 45 minutes to do that, and then that leaves us 15 minutes, okay? So, as you can see on the video without sound, I was using all kinds of tools and whatever. So this one's going to go quicker because I already know the answers to some of these questions, okay? I will go ahead and give the readings of the cards like I did in the other ones because I just will. I've got you moving to Brisbane, Australia. Let me see. Oh, I should have wrote these down. When will you move? March. Yeah, it was March 2014. I've got you getting married on a holiday over Christmas because I seen red flowers, the color red. My son and daughter-in-law got married 22nd December. Very, very pretty. Very pretty wedding. It was almost like a Cinderella wedding, with it being cold and snowy. We had it back in a area in the woods type deal. It was just gorgeous, just gorgeous. So don't think out the holiday wedding as far as having red and whatever. She wore white, of course. Her bridesmaids were red. She had a bouquet of red roses tied together. They carried, I know they carried some type of white with red in it. They had to have. So it makes a very, very pretty wedding. Billy, I pick up Billy as being a very caring, loving person. Very tender. The baby subject, okay? I seen you adopting, and I seen you adopting on your own, not with having to have Billy, okay? I seen you adopting before the wedding, if that's possible. Who knows? Let me see here. I know, I also seen you going into school doing psychology, but doing a minor in education, okay? I did not see you doing the schooling until okay, I say fall, but you're different, until August of 2014, because if you did adopt a child, which is what I seen, and then you had the wedding, and then you made the move in March, you're going to be zapped out and not going to be doing anything till August, okay? So that's what Spirit told me during all my work. You said, which school should Emily go to? You never told me the different schools, okay? So if you want to know that, you need to get back to me on that. I did see her being good at the Australian Ballet School. I seen her doing magnificent. I seen her being successful. Successful was the actual word that you used in the audition. Let me see here. You don't worry about the time and all that and too many questions. It's actually easier for me to answer questions than it is to read cards because Spirit answers me immediately. Okay? Let me see here. I think that was all. Let me see. I've seen you using your schooling to get into something to do with teaching the handicapped students. Okay? That's why the major in psychology and the minor in education. And I'm still getting that confirmation. Yeah, see? I hate when that does that. I don't hate it, but it makes people see me as having seizures, and I'm not. It's spirit confirmation when I jump like that. I'm not used to the sudden answer that they give me. And let me see if I can pull up something else what I had gotten on Emily. I see her as being very good and going very far with this if she puts her 100% into it. Okay? I see her as being one that is not easily distracted. That she pretty much puts her blindfolds on and goes for what she wants. But when she can take those blindfolds off, what can I say? It's almost like she lets her hair down. Okay? That's how that is. Okay, now, let me widen my window here. And let me go through the cards. Now, we already know questions. We already know what you want to know. These are pretty much just confirmations, okay? I see you coming into a new relationship, and it's what this card is. Please excuse the writing on it because them are just little crib notes for me, okay? Let's see here. You're seeing Billy as being someone that you've known from another lifetime. And that's why it says a new relationship, but a blessing of an old one. Because it's like when you met him, you felt like you already knew him, is what I'm feeling. I also see him as being kind of standoffish in the beginning. He was kind of checking you out and making sure he wanted to approach you. Okay? You might have not seen it, but he was doing it. It's like he was checking you out from afar. Okay? And then here I have another relationship. It's like when you're together, you just melt into his arms. Okay? A very sensual relationship. It's like it's a mystic bonding with your family with him. Okay? Very, very romantic. Okay. I seen you as struggling. Seems like does it seem like anytime you get together with people, they want to battle your wits? That's what I'm getting. I'm not getting that they are fighting you. I'm getting that they're challenging you mind-wise. Yeah, Spirit confirmed that. And I never got that part on when I read you on the last recording. Yeah. Just know that when you are right, you don't have to defend yourself. And if you feel like you're right in your own mind, then go with that. You don't have to explain it to anyone, okay? Just remember that. Can I get this card? Okay. Now I only go by pictures. Spirit tells me pictures, okay? These people, and I feel it's a little girl and a little boy, they're having some money problems, and they're going to come to you to see if you can help them out. Because they've had some sort of a loss. He's been hurt somehow, the little boy. Let me see if I can pick more of that up. I'm not seeing a disability at all. Not feeling like any broken bones. I'm not feeling mentally. He's not physically challenged. He's mentally challenged somehow. Okay? Stuttering comes to mind. I don't know what that means. It could mean he actually stutters, or it could mean the way he thinks is stuttering. You know, it's kind of like the mind is stuttering, but his voice is not. So, take that. It seems like you've got an older man that kind of watches over you, and he does not think with his emotions, okay? He thinks with his brain. He's very stable, very, very reasonable, has lots of wisdom. He's very masculine, but he's very protective of you, okay? Very strong leader. Power over, it's like, hang on here. Mind over matter. Very strong leader. Okay? Alright, I used 3 different decks for you. Okay? That was the Renaissance decks by Llewellyn. This one here is an oracle deck. It's Madame Endora's fortune cards. Sounds kind of corny, but when I picked them up, I loved them. I totally loved them. And they really, I just started reading with them, and they just picked right up. Ta-da! Look what I got. Billy, romance, a relationship blossoms. Okay? And I just took that, it just came to me, and I just took that as a relationship, meaning courting and marriage. It's not just like best friends that live next door to each other. Okay? That's how I see that as. Okay, time is of the essence. Hourglass. I see that is connected to the child, the baby. I see it's important for you to, I just don't feel like you're going to give birth, okay? I feel like you're going to adopt, and I feel like the time is of the essence is connected to that adoption. And I see a little girl, is what I see, that you get. Little girl, frilly dress, curly hair. You have to curl her hair, though. It's not naturally curly. You have to curl it. You kind of have to put it around your finger to align the curls. Okay, that's what I see. Okay, on all that you do, you need to follow your intuition. Okay? You're wanting to do the schooling, you're wanting to move, you're wanting to get married, you're wanting a child. Follow your intuition. Your gut is attached to your brain, so make sure that you do as your intuition tells you to do. Okay? Okay, here's a Billy card. It's the air sign, which that's what he is. It's a Gemini. Seek a union of mind and spirit. So that's your fellow there. Excuse me. So that's where he's connected at there. Let me see. You have a Pisces. It's a water sign. Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And with them, there's going to be high emotions. Okay? Water is emotional. That's how they are. I'm not sure what sign you are. I should have looked it up, and I didn't. I want to say the Scorpio, but I could be wrong. And if that's so, then them emotions is pointed at you. If not, then you've got a water sign that's going to become their emotions with you is going to peak out. You're going to have a conflict there, okay? Okay, just be very, very aware that temptation can lead you astray. The siren. You always know the siren sat on the rocks and sang to the sailors and led them astray. Sailors thought that the sirens were real women that were sitting out there on the rocks and singing. And when they got there, they took them in and drowned them. So they led them astray. The temptation was there. So that tells me that you need to be very careful not to be led astray. You know what? It's telling me that you've got a water sign in you. If you're not that Scorpio, then you've got a water sign in your chart. Okay? And you need to be very careful not to let anyone lead you astray. You want to stay on the track. That's what I'm getting. Okay? Okay, and the card, the stars. Okay? Down below it says, a long journey brings rewards, which you're going to be going on a long journey. Through the baby, through the marriage, through the move. That's not a long journey. I don't know what one is. And it's going to be very, very rewarding in the end for you to stick through it. And then school starts. So that's that on that. Now, the next deck that I'm using, there's the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. I love this deck. I wish I knew it by heart. I know some of them. I've got one gal, especially when she gets a reading from me, she wants me to use this deck, and then she says, Sherry, in her South African voice, Sherry, please learn to read that deck. All right, so here again, Billy is like in the picture, okay? Partnerships and alliances. When you connect, when you have that final connection of that marriage, it's like he's going to be at your side. He's going to be on your side of the alliance, and nobody will be crossing you, okay? So that's going to work out. So everything points Billy, Billy, Billy is the right one. Okay, the next one is financial and material changes. This is one I've got to read out of the book, okay? Now let me see here. All right. This card, changes, challenges, and losses is what it represents, usually related to material or financial concerns. You may be losing some of the things around you, but you must acknowledge and know that besides existing as a physical being, you're an incredible, resourceful, spiritual entity. It tells me that when you make your move, you're going to be leaving a lot behind, and it's almost like you feel like you're having a loss. And that's where the material changes and loss comes into play. I know for a fact that when I moved after my husband passed, that many people seen me leaving stuff as, you're going to miss that. That's going to be a real loss to you, which I think I've only thought of two or three things that actually I left and I didn't bring, they didn't send to me, that I see it, I hated to leave that, but I've survived, and you will too. In all the changes that you're going to be going through financially and materially, the change will do you good. All right? Let me see here what the rest of this card says. Use your powerful forces within to help you through this difficult period. Okay? Pull from the belly. Pull from your gut. You're going to be fine. Everything's going to work out fine. Everything changes for a reason, and this time isn't meant to be punishment. It just popped into my head that some people like lots of things around them, okay? They feel a comfort in them, and if they don't have them, it's almost like a punishment that they don't have them. Does that make sense to you? It's kind of like sitting in a chair and you have everything around you, and at your leisure and comfort you can pick from whatever you want, It's kind of like you got a party around you and you're not knowing it. And if it's not there, you're missing it, and it's almost like you're being punished because you can't have it. No, we can't think of it that way. We can't think of it that way. Know that your current conditions will transform for the better, okay? A positive question to ask yourself now is, what did I learn from this, and how can I avoid it in the future? What I'm getting is, you need to be very, very careful when you move into that new home, okay? Yeah, my screensaver, okay. You need to be very careful when you move into that new home. Try to go with the feng shui way, okay? That has really been on my top priority by moving into this house, that things are kept simple, things are kept airy. Matter of fact, I've got this 3-foot square coffee table that is totally blocking my flow, and I want to sell it. I want to get rid of it. It's blocking my flow. I always feel if you can't walk into a room and go anywhere in the room without having to dodge something, you're okay. But if you have to dodge it, you have to walk around it, it's in the way, it feels cluttered. You have to think as a fan blowing through your house, going in all the rooms. Is it circulating well? You want it to circulate, okay? Just remember that there are lessons to be understood in everything. It's up to you and you alone to decide how long it will take you to learn them, okay? I don't feel like it's going to take you long. I feel like you're going to be taking these different steps and seeing them as a growth up the ladder as you go. Baby, marriage, moving, school, everything's an improvement. You don't want to go down the ladder. You don't want to go down at all. You want to go up, okay? So that's the reading. I used, to get a lot of the answers on your questions, I used a pendulum, and then I used spirit to back it up so that they were good details. I just feel that Billy is a very nice man, and you will do fine. I just think everything's going to work out fine for you. Okay? I'm sorry that the recording messed up, but we got it straight now. And this is kind of this one from the other one. This one is kind of a, not condensed. It's got all the information. It's just not got me doing the different tools, okay, to show you how I did them. If you want to, I'll leave that other one on, and if you want to check it, you can see the pendulum, how I used it and how it swayed and everything. All right, back and forth to me to you is yes, and left to right is no. Okay, so that's how that went. So anyway, thank you for letting me read you. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you for putting your trust in me. I'm currently doing readings and missing persons, and the missing persons thing's going pretty well. I'm waiting on some cases to be finalized on that, and then I'm pretty sure I'm going to be pretty busy with that, which is good too. So anyway, anytime you need anything or you need to just ask a single question, feel free to contact me, okay? Take care.